Alright, guys. Or should I say, brains. Yes, we've come to the zombie Q&A. And we got a good turnout. I'm here with my two guest stars tonight. God damn it, Deanna.
What? I'm just a guest brain.
Yeah. Yes, PopCultureDiva42.
Hi, zombies.
And GoopLoopScoop.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you still going by that on YouTube, or did you change it?
I changed it because I'm just like, this thing sucks.
Well, fuck it. I'm still calling you that.
Well then, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's my channel, my rules, so you can fucking deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the questions. Starting with Jerkwater100. He asks, if you had one bullet left and the zombie version of Justin Bieber, Rebecca Black, and Snooki were coming towards you, which one do you shoot? Can I use myself? Can I shoot myself? Because it's not because they're zombified versions of people I just don't care about. It's more or less because, well, if I shoot one, the other two are gonna eat me. So
yeah, does it really matter? You're gonna die anyways.
Yeah. So might as well just use it on myself. I mean, again, it's not because I don't care. It's these are zombie people I don't care about. It's just, well, if you shoot one, the other two are gonna eat you.
Well,
yeah. Oh, continue. Sorry.
Assuming that the zombie versions of those three are in relatively good condition, I would say use it on Justin Bieber, because Rebecca Black and Selena Gomez are not very good dancers, ergo they're not very flexible or they're not very fast. Rebecca Black, come on, she only had one song, and then she stopped being annoying. Justin Bieber is going to go on for a long time, continuing to be annoying, and Selena Gomez, again, not as annoying.
That wasn't one of the choices. It was Snooki.
Oh, Snooki?
Yeah, from Jersey Shore.
Oh, well, Snooki, like, she's a pipsqueak. Like, you can step on her, and it'll be the end of that. So still, I say use it for Justin Bieber because it's potentially the most dangerous zombie, unless Snooki is also packing her venereal diseases, in which case it's Snooki.
Yeah, I gotta have to agree with Deanna. I would go with Justin Bieber because really he's the only one out of the other two that's still relevant. So why not just kill the one that everyone hates?
All right. Fair enough. So thank you for that question, Jerkwater. Next comes Linerman0245, and he asks, how would you feel if this happened? A dimensional rift brings the Walkers, along with the Walking Dead cast, into cartoons that you're watching now. So he's pretty much saying, what would happen if we had the IDW event Infestation happen in the cartoons we're watching?
That would be awesome!
Yeah, I don't know, like, the cartoons I'm watching now, Beware the Batman, which is on a break, and we all know that it's canceled later. That just says canceled. So a zombie outbreak there would be Batman fighting zombies, which technically he's done. There was a comic called Batman vs. the Undead.
Sounds like something Frank Miller would write.
No, it was actually something, I think it was Christopher Yost.
Wow, sounds like something Grant Morrison would write.
And it was Superman. It was basically Batman fighting a legion of undead, and then Superman came in and helped out, and it was cool shit. Legend of Korra zombie outbreak. Well, we got a question about that, so I'll talk about that later. I don't know what, like, the Walking Dead cast, like the human characters in different universes as well, huh?
I would like to see them in the Avengers cartoon, and I would like to see Daryl and Hawkeye. So
I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Daryl, I mean...
Although, come on, let's be honest. Like, Daryl might be a badass in the case of the zombie apocalypse, but he doesn't have the training that Hawkeye has, and I'm pretty sure that Hawkeye is good with any. He's perfectly. He's just as skilled with an arrow, with a bow and arrow, as he would be with a crossbow. But Daryl has his crossbow, and potentially he has his firearms. Excuse me. But yeah, it would still be cool. It would still be cool though.
All right. I mean, we could go on and on with this question, but we got a lot to do. So, thank you for that question, Linerman. Next comes Flame Kid 100, and he asks if you could pick 5 DC heroes and 5 DC villains, and just drop them in the Marvel Zombie universe. Which heroes and villains would you pick, and why?
Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay. Who wants to take this one first?
Well, you have to pick 10 characters in total, right?
Yeah. 5 heroes, 5 villains.
Well, from the Marvel universe.
Well, it's DC villains, DC heroes and villains in the Marvel Zombie universe.
Oh. Let's see. Well, obviously Deadman. It'd be interesting to. Oh, you know what we should do? We should have Black Lanterns in the Marvel Zombie universe, and let them deal with that shit.
Okay.
Wow, that's actually kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Nobody can zombie like we zombie. Fuck you. We're Black Lanterns.
Zombie versus zombies. I wonder who's gonna win this.
Yeah. Okay, for me, I'm gonna start with villains first. I'm gonna pick Captain Cold, Black Adam, Lex Luthor, Clayface. That's 4. And Deathstroke. Those are the ones that for the villains of the Marvel Zombie Apocalypse. For heroes, I'm gonna go with Constantine, excuse me. John Constantine, Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, Etrigan, and I'm gonna go with Deadman as well, and I'm gonna also say, for shits and giggles, Detective Chimp.
Let me think. I'd probably go with like most of the powerhouses, like probably like Superman. Hell, why not throw Deadman in there? Any of the new gods, Metamorphosis.
Metamorpho, you mean? Metamorpho?
Morpho, whatever, fuck you. I'm just kind of just throwing out powerhouse names, but yeah, I'd pretty much go with like the ones that would most likely stand a chance against a threat like Marvel Zombies.
I mean, they ate Galactus, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're screwed.
Well, the only ones that got like that became cosmic zombies were Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, and Hank Pym, and Iron Man.
Captain America gets the shaft again.
Well, he does survive, but then Zombie Red Skull kills him.
Yeah.
That Captain's pick.
And he was known as Colonel America. But anywho, our next question comes from King Nazaru, and he asks, who would you have on your zombie team?
My zombie survival team, or the team of losers that I feed the zombies so I can get away?
Well, a group of characters you'd want to have as a group that could survive the zombie apocalypse.
Out of the entirety of pop culture, because I can't just say Ash, Daryl Dixon.
I'm gonna say like you. I'm gonna go with Rick.
Rick is good if you have like a big group and if you give him somebody to save. Otherwise, he's just gonna sit in his corner and cry about his dead like.
Alright, so... Okay, I'm gonna change it with you. Daryl, Ash, Shaun from Shaun of the Dead.
That guy is not good. What? You wanna die, Tyler, is that it? You wanna die.
Hey, this is just a team I thought of characters I'd have on a zombie team.
He'd be good for, like, making the tea or something.
You're Tennessee from Zombieland.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, definitely Tennessee. Who else would I pick? You go, Deanna. I think I've pretty much got like a good amount of zombie fighting characters.
Okay, so, like, Daryl, Ash, Jeremy Renner's character from 28 Weeks Later, Christopher Eccleston's character from 28 Days Later, and just for shits and giggles, R from Warm Bodies, so we can have a zombie on our side.
Alright, give me one quick second. Something just came up. Alright, did you have anything else to add to that, Deanna?
What was the question?
Just building your own zombie team. Who would you have on it?
So, Daryl, Ash, the character from Jeremy Renner's character from 28 Weeks Later, Christopher Eccleston from 28 Days Later, and R from Warm Bodies.
Okay.
Or, no, John Malkovich's character from Warm Bodies. There you go.
Okay. Bodhi, what about you?
My entire team would basically be the characters from the Call of Duty Zombies stories.
You mean Dempsey and all of them?
Yeah. Incredibly unlikable, but they're going to be kicking some ass.
Okay. Can I withdraw somebody?
Yeah, I was about to withdraw somebody. Well, it's a good number, and I was going to put on my team as well, Bill from Left 4 Dead. The video game.
My problem is... Okay, why?
Well, he's like this old veteran badass, and also Frank West from Dead Rising.
I want to add Michonne in there instead of Christopher Eccleston from 28 Days Later, because I just realized that I'm the only woman in this group, and that as much as I trust these characters, that does not bode well for me. So, and Michonne is going to protect me in case any of them try anything fishy, like to repopulate the planet Earth using my ovaries.
Okay.
I'm not even shocked anymore, Deanna. All right.
I won't have a problem for Daryl, but everybody else. Well, again, I do have Jeremy Renner in there, but never mind. Like Michonne, she's my girl. She'll understand.
Okay. So our next question is MB Free asks, do you like the Resident Evil games? I've played some of them. I like them. I'm just not like a huge gamer. I mean, I know what the Resident Evil universe is like and all that. So yeah, I do like. I'm not like oh my god, Resident Evil. What about you, Bodhi?
The only Resident Evil games I played is 4 and 5, and 6. 4 and 5 I really liked. 6, I have issues with it. The things I really didn't like about the game was the fact that the campaigns kind of were like the whole separate campaigns. It didn't really fit for me because it felt like I was playing 3 different games, and that's not what I wanted to play.
Yeah, I understand. I think out of those, I think 4 is my favorite of 3, 4, and 5 of 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, that might have to be my favorite as well.
Yeah. Deanna, I know you've never played Resident Evil.
No, but I have seen like
The movie.
3 movies in the franchise, and the first one is my favorite one. So that's all that I can contribute to that discussion. Also, Wentworth Miller is gay.
Who?
Wentworth Miller. He was in the Resident Evil franchise.
I don't pay attention to the Resident Evil movie franchise.
And he was also the guy from Prison Break. He's gay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Alright. Tyler, do you know... Have you seen season 2 of Young Justice, episode 13, Deathstroke's in it? He's his voice actor from that episode.
Oh!
Oh! That's how I should have presented him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're getting somewhere. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that's made some fan fiction writer happy.
Slade Wilson. It's Slade Wilson.
Yeah.
There was no bounds.
Two Wilsons and a sword. Yeah. Anyway, next question. Our next question comes from 146 Zigzag. And he asks, in a zombie apocalypse, would you rather die at the start to avoid suffering or live for a chance at a new life?
Live? What kind of question is that?
Well, live in the new zombie world.
Yeah.
No rules.
You know, it's like Tyrion Lannister said. You know, like death is so final, but life is full of possibilities.
Even in a chance of getting your brains eaten?
Yes! Especially then. Like, dying solves nothing. You want to be part of the reason why the human race died out. And besides, it's just zombies. Like, even now, you can walk out the streets and a person will kill you. Only, in a zombie apocalypse, you replace that person with a zombie. Would you rather die to avoid suffering? Fuck no, I'm suffering now.
I'd say risk it. I'd say risk. I don't know, because again, it's such a unknown thing, you know.
For all we know, like, this is it. Like, the zombie apocalypse happens. There's like no way the whole civilization can rebuild from the damages that could have been done by it.
Well, my thing is that, and my brother made a very good point of this as well, is that if the dead were to rise, every insect would come out of the woodworks and finish them off pretty quickly.
Bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean, Brody, that human civilization would be beyond repair?
Yeah.
Like, the casualties that could, like, come out might not be enough that, you know, humanity can continue on and everyone could die off. Which actually, there's actually something else that actually relates to this, in a way. My friend and I last year, we were actually thinking about, we started writing a script for, like, this movie we would make where basically it's the zombie apocalypse, except it's after the apocalypse, so basically the zombie apocalypses are dying out and, like, humanity's pretty much slowly coming back.
So it's World War Z, is what you're telling me. It's World War Z.
Except I've never seen World War Z. Yet.
No, but it's based on a book, which is pretty much what you're describing now.
God damn it, I hate these guys. Every idea I come up with is already taken.
Oh well, sucks to be you. Damn you, Max Brooks! Damn you, Max Brooks.
Yeah, damn you and your hilarious father.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that question, Zigzag. Next comes One Bullet, Two Kills. And he asks, if you had a choice between having a weapon from one of these universes to survive a zombie apocalypse on Earth, which would it be? And you can only pick one weapon, and the universe you can pick from weapons are Doctor Who, Call of Duty Zombies, Dead Space, No More Heroes, or Shadows of the Damned. Well, I don't think a sonic screwdriver is going to do shit against zombies. Sorry, Doctor. I'm going to have to go with the ray gun from Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, I would go with, like, one of those weapons from zombies. The real problem is finding ammo for fucking ray gun. Which would mean, like, you'd have to pick a weapon that... Because I know there's this weapon in Black Ops 2 where basically... a wonder weapon where you basically never run out of ammo because it's, like, wind-powered. And that would be the weapon I'd probably pick. That way I can live forever.
Yeah. I don't know, like, another weapon I'd like to have is the disc launcher from... Well, the disc launcher sucks from Dead Space. That thing is so frickin' inaccurate. Maybe the pulse rifle from Dead Space. If I remember right, if that's what it's called. Anywho, Deanna, what about you? What weapon would you pick from one of these universes?
Well, the only one that I really know is Doctor Who. And I'm going to pick, although technically it's not a weapon, but it is a piece of hardware, and it does shoot. So, and it's very faithful in a weapon. So I'm going to pick Rory the Centurion.
That works. That works. Also, someone asked if I'm going to do a ghost Q&A. I was originally going to do that, but then I just suddenly came up with the idea of that if I do have enough time this month, my last Q&A of the month, who knows, maybe I'll do it next month as well, will be H.P. Lovecraft. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about the great old ones in the Q&A. But, enough about that. Any other weapons you guys want to use from those?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright. Earthbound Again asks, you have a great idea for a new zombie film, and a major movie studio is on board. Who would you choose as a writer and director? Well, I guess, hey, Bodhi, this is a great chance for you to get your movie made, except it's already been made and Brad Pitt was in it.
And then I'd bomb Paramount Studios.
Hey.
Dark humor for the win.
That wasn't even funny.
Touche. No hard feelings, Paramount. I do love Comedy Central.
Yeah, because totally Paramount is watching my channel right now.
I don't know. I do want to become a film writer and director, and I don't want to, like... The hell was that?
That was just me dropping something.
Well, quiet.
Well, continue.
Because, like, if you're gonna pick, like, a writer-director, if I wanted to pick a writer-director, I would just pick myself, honestly, because that's what I want to do when I'm older. I want to become a film writer and director, and I don't know what a zombie idea to come up with. Probably something on the line of what I just came up with. But, yeah, that's what I would do. Fill up my ego and stuff. Just pick myself because, hey, why the fuck not?
Okay. Deanna, what about you?
Well, I would want to write it myself, first of all. But if that's not possible, I'd want Judd Apatow to do the script and the guys who did the Crank movies to direct. Because I would be so curious to see what comes out of Judd Apatow and
So you want this movie to suck, is what you're saying?
No, I want it to be a Renaissance movie, like a little bit of everything. Romantic comedy, horror, balls to the wall action, a veritable smorgasbord of entertainment with zombies.
All right. For me, I would like to see director Robert Rodriguez. I'd like to see him do more zombie stuff after seeing Planet Terror. And as writers, I'm gonna go with in terms of writers, I'm gonna go with Steve Niles, the creator of 30 Days of Night. There's my picks. So
Also, it'd be funny to see Zack Snyder do another zombie movie.
Oh yeah, totally. And we actually got a question like that later on. So, all right. So thank you for that question, Earthbound. Our next question comes from Shades at Night.
Who is that guy? Where do I know him from?
I hate.
Is he a bartender?
He sounds like some Australian prick. No, but seriously, we love you, Kirk.
Yeah. Really, Tyler loves you, Kirk.
His question is, Solomon Grundy is the greatest zombie ever. True or false?
Only on a Monday.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's mediocre.
His best day of his life is on a Wednesday, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to live that long to enjoy it.
Oh dear. I'm gonna say Solomon Grundy is best Grundy.
What?
Grundy is best Grundy. Also, go check out the Solomon Grundy on Shade's channel. It's kind of like comic news, except it's not.
Solomon Grundy run the world.
Anyway, next question comes from Burnouter7, and he asks, what do you prefer zombies made by scientific means or by mystical means? So he's basically asking us, do we like zombies that are created from a virus, or they're made mystically?
Well, I think
No, you go ahead.
the points. It depends what points the author is trying to make in the story, because with scientific zombies, I think the idea is that technology is dehumanizing us. And with mystical zombies, I think the point is that you're allowing, as I understand it, like zombies used to be, first of all, like any culture, in most cultures, because I don't know all cultures, but most cultures, especially in Eastern Europe where I'm from, have some form of Walking Dead. So this is a very, like in Romania we have Moroi, Strigoi, we have lots of types of different people that died and came back, either with their personality intact or not. Like more, not the voodoo type zombies, but basically lots of cultures have the idea of the Walking Dead. Because it's about that idea of the fear of dying and the fear of coming back, but not coming back as yourself or having your body violated somehow. So whether you prefer the idea of technology dehumanizing you, or you prefer the idea of just that primordial of fear of death and of the unknown. Personally, I'm more of a science fiction fan, so I lean towards the idea of people becoming zombies because they trusted in technology too much, and it completely stole their humanity. Right. But also with mystical zombies, like I said, like most cultures have this idea, have some kind of supernatural creature that is a form of Walking Dead. So you can't deny that it's a very powerful fear that has existed since the dawn of human civilization, and it's just now manifesting itself through zombie movies.
All right. Bodhi, what about you?
She pretty much just answered my entire thing, because like her, I'm a really big science fiction fan, and yeah, she pretty much just answered, like, she pretty much just took the words out of my mouth and said it in her own words.
So what you're saying is that I took what could have been your very interesting and concise answer, scrambled it up, rambled a little bit, and now you're just too lazy to.
Yep. Because that's how I roll, baby.
Oh boy. For me, it's something like what Deanna said. I'm okay with either. I mean, I'm kind of truth be told, I like when the whole virus thing breaks, the whole virus breakout, but that's been done so many times in movies. I would actually like to see like a mystical, like spell casting or something like that, or maybe like the tradition, like a spin on the traditional Haitian zombie. The Haitian voodoo zombie would be a spin on that would be cool, because that was technically speaking, that was the first zombies we had in movies. White Zombie was, I guess you could say, the White Zombie was the first movie that had zombies in it, and those were traditional Haitian zombies, and that had Bela Lugosi in it. So I don't know, Nate. Oh, sorry, Deanna.
No, I just wanted to say that, in all actuality, I think the idea of the scientific zombie is fantasy, because, okay, you can make it sound sort of plausible, oh, it's a virus and whatever, but the truth is that it's about walking dead, okay? There's no way that a biological body could possibly generate the energy needed to move and to coordinate your movement and to even eat. There's absolutely no way. There's no plausible scientific explanation for zombies. Like when you say, oh, it's a virus. Yeah, but that's like an umbrella word, You don't need to generate any kind of, like, look at Walking Dead, for instance. There's absolutely no way that a virus would do that, or would be transmitted through a bite, and then you would die, but then somehow you would still move. So it's all fantasy anyway. Like, again, it's about the message that you're trying to send. But don't go saying that a zombie apocalypse could happen. Zombies are kids. Listen to me. There's no way that a zombie apocalypse would ever happen unless they find some way to, I don't know, completely cancel your higher cognitive functions and still control your body. But other than that, like, the dead will never ever rise. That's the one thing I'm sure of.
All right.
Unless some bat meets with some pig and they create a virus love child.
And then the guy who gets infected just snorts a whole thing of bath salts. We're all fucked.
It's all fantasy. It's all mystical anyway.
All right. You want to move on to the next question?
Yes.
All right. Next question comes from Ultimate Marvel Fan, and he asks, "Do you think there should be more intelligent zombies in fiction?" I'm gonna say no, because I don't like it when you make the zombies smarter. It just kind of doesn't bode well for me. I kind of just like this shambling wall of just dead flesh coming at you. I don't really like it when you make the zombies smarter, and then it just kind of takes away from it. And you're just making it a cannibal human. So I prefer it. Now, given that, I think George A. Romero played a really good idea with the zombie intelligence in Land of the Dead.
And then you have stuff like Warm Bodies, but I don't think Warm Bodies could have existed in a world without Twilight, honestly.
Yeah.
Although I personally think the book that I read is better written than Twilight and has a more positive message than Twilight. And it's one of those books.
Can we not talk about Twilight? We're here to talk about zombies.
Okay, but the point I was trying to make, I don't think as good as the Little Two Warm Bodies could have. And it's a perfect example of the smarter zombie.
Alright. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys want smarter zombies?
think we're at that point where you need to do something more with the zombie other than the wall of dead flesh.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that. It's gonna get old really quickly now if it's gonna just be like the same type of zombies over and over again. Which, when you think about it, is kind of what Resident Evil kind of introduced back in 4, except it wasn't really zombies. It was just
it was kind of like the creatures from. It was kind of like the creatures from 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think when you bring in a newer element into the zombies, it makes it interesting. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the intelligent zombie. Now, like the super zombie stuff, I'm cool with. And you're probably wondering, well, you liked the first few Marvel zombie comics, and those were intelligent zombies. That one had zombies with superpowers, and I think Robert Kirkman knew, hey, I can't write a comic book with zombie Spider-Man going, so I might as well give them the ability to talk.
And also, I think, especially if you go to Marvel Zombies, the best part of that book for me was the fact that they did retain some of their personality, and some of them did have like conscience issues. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but it tastes so good. And I think with smarter zombies, with zombies that retain just a little bit of their humanity, you could have some very interesting stories. Like, I can't believe I'm eating brains, but it tastes so good.
So we should have a guy. So we should have Bob, the office zombie. Holy shit! I'd actually read that. Anywho, do you guys want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Two Names. That's his name. Asks, what type of PF monster would you use instead of using zombies? If you don't count as a zombie question, who would be the best zombie fighter in the Black Lagoon universe? Black Lagoon's an anime.
I don't understand any part of this question.
I'm guessing he's saying, like, what prime monster would we use? I don't get that question either. I'm sorry, Two Names. I just don't understand that first one. What PF monster would you use instead of using zombies? I don't... I'm sorry, Two Names. I just don't know what that question means. My deepest apologies.
You got two names, but you got one bad question.
Oh, don't be mean. I'm sorry.
I already did that earlier.
I'm gonna go with the Black Lagoon one, because I actually think a zombie outbreak in the Black Lagoon universe would be kind of cool. And if I had my Milan here, he'd be like, "Oh yes, by the 7 heads of the golden giraffe, it would be amazing." And you know that I'm right, Deanna, that he would talk like this.
What?
Milan, if he was here.
Huh?
Milan Jeftik, if he was here, he'd be...
Oh, Milan. Now there's a story.
Yeah. Oh, story, you say. More like a horror comic.
No, I was just thinking that when you said that a zombie apocalypse in the Black Lagoon would be interesting, I was thinking a zombie apocalypse in the Blue Lagoon would be interesting.
Well, Black Lagoon's like this anime. It's kind of like if Tarantino did anime, this is what you would get.
Oh, okay.
But no, that'd be kind of cool. Like zombies running all over Ranipur, that'd be cool. I think if you want to go with best zombie fighter in the Black Lagoon universe, I'd go with Roberta. Two Names. I'm just saying, Roberta is a frickin' beast. I mean, she took out a whole squad of U.S. Special Trained Forces, and she made pretty much Ranipur a toilet. She made, oh god, I think Roberta would be perfect.
She broke an entire sword with her teeth.
See, he knows what I'm talking about.
And then ruined the ruined a chainsaw with her guns.
I thought you were going to say with her vagina or something.
She pretty much crushed a guy with her
Vagina.
Yeah.
Her
She, and she also punched a guy so hard his head exploded.
My kind of girl.
Yeah. So I'm going with Roberta. Two Names, and I apologize for not understanding that question. Again, my apologies.
I'm going with Roberta too, and I never even watched that thing.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that question, Two Names. Next comes Travis Rendon. And he asked, well, pretty much he's saying, I'm making a cartoon about a girl whose foster siblings are monster. Okay, let me back up. I'm making a cartoon about a girl whose new foster siblings are monsters. 3 brothers, 1 sister, and one of the brothers is a zombie. And that his personality is similar to Mabel from Gravity Falls, except he doesn't really act like a traditional zombie. But what kind of ability should I give him besides being indestructible? I don't know. Like, maybe if he bites something, he gets, like, the knowledge of it. That, maybe? I'm throwing stuff out here.
Oh, can you say the question again?
He's basically asking, what could I do? He's making a cartoon, and one of the characters is a zombie.
What other superpowers should he give him outside of invulnerability?
Yeah.
Powers, I can't think of, but, like, character ideas?
Well, I think he's got that under control. Like,
yeah.
he wants, like, a hyperactive kid zombie. And I'm just thinking, like, maybe if he bites something, or someone, or takes a bite out of, like, regular food, he'll remember everything that thing went through. Like, if he takes a bite of an orange, he'll see how it grew and stuff like... Kind of like, Chew, from the Image Comics Chew. Maybe play with that idea.
I think he can also have, like, a photographic memory, because his brain doesn't function the same way. His brain is locked in the same state, so he can keep building up information. And obviously talking to the dead.
Okay. Sorry, Travis, if we can't help here. We're kind of new to getting, like, how do you make a cartoon character, man?
I could think of like a character arc for him, but I mean it could be like, I don't want to be like, hey, use this, but I think it would be like a cool idea, because if he's a zombie, and I assume he's one of the main, well, he is probably one of the main characters, is to have that kind of struggle to keep control of your the zombie state. Like, you gotta keep control of not wanting to eat all your friends.
Well, I think it's going to be like a comedy, from what I understand. Although I could be wrong.
Well, comedy, you say?
Anyway, do you want to move on, or do you want to move on to the next one?
Sure, I guess.
All right. Next question comes from Mitch Meister, and he asks, have you ever watched Attack on Titan? And he's pretty much saying that it's Attack on Titan is like The Walking Dead, except with giants.
It's a giant apocalypse?
Okay, Deanna, it's another anime, but what it's about is like, it's set in like this alternate universe fantasy world where humanity lives in this little city, and they're attacked constantly by giants. And they have to, instead of using like giant mech suits, they use like these harpoon guns and jump around like Spider-Man.
It's so weird, man.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen it, but I didn't really get the Walking Dead reference. I thought it was more like Jack the Giant Slayer, just as a series and more bloodier.
Like, if I was a giant and I would attack a human city, I would like piss on their buildings just to piss them off. Literally.
Yeah. Prepare for me, it'd be like, prepare for the brown thunder.
Golden showers, bitches.
I don't know if that counts as a zombie question. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much like a zombie apocalypse up with John. I don't know. So the quick answer, yes. Anyway, moving on. Next comes Jason Voorhees, 2011. If you were in a zombie outbreak, where would be the first place you would try to barricade yourself in? A mall, a grocery store, or something like that? And he said it inside of a Walmart, because they have everything. No, they don't, because then I would be able to find I'd be able to find a better season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, damn it.
The problem with hiding out in a Walmart because it has everything is that everybody knows it has everything.
Yeah.
So it's probably get looted.
Yeah, you gotta fight the zombies and the other people trying to get in. That's the problem. And sorry, I hate to punch a hole in your logic, Jason. I mean, you and me are tight, but yeah, that's a problem.
A good idea. Like, Robert Kirkman and The Walking Dead did have a good idea. Prison would be a pretty good place.
Yeah, it's a place no one wants to go. It's got food, it's got resources, it's barricaded.
Well, it got food. It depends. Not all prisons are so posh as the one. I know that prisons in Romania are definitely not as posh.
Yeah, you're fucked, Deanna. I'm sorry, Felix.
Why? You know where I would go?
Where?
I would go to Chernobyl, which is a nuclear power plant. That's the perfect place.
Wait, you go to Chernobyl?
No. Our nuclear power plant, we have one nuclear power plant in the whole country. It's called Chernobyl.
Oh.
And it sounds like Chernobyl, but it's Chernobyl.
Okay.
And it's a secure building because it has to be secure. It's a nuclear power plant. And if zombies ever piss me off, I would just blow them all up. Myself included, but I'm a vindictive bitch like that.
Yeah. Okay. Bodhi, what about you?
Walmart is out. I don't feel like I'd be safe near a nuclear power plant. Is that a spider on my ceiling? Anyways.
Is that a ceiling on my spider?
Where would I hide? Shit, where would I hide? I got it, Target. If I can't pick the first best thing, I go with the second best thing.
I'm gonna pick somewhere like maybe I'm gonna go with a I don't know. Maybe I'd hide out in McDonald's. Then again, I don't think the zombies would kill me. I think it would be the heart attack.
Well, it's a good, McDonald's food does last forever.
Yeah. No, I'd hide out in the Twinkie factory. There we go.
New fresh Twinkies.
Yeah. I'd just be like, come and get me, you yellow cream-filled bastards.
Never had a Twinkie. I always wanted to see what a Twinkie tastes like.
And Tyler was never seen again. Some stay. Legend has it he's still in the Twinkie factory to this day.
I just look like Jabba the Hutt now. Deanna's the Rancor under the building.
What?
I'd be Princess Leia.
Can I eat Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, okay.
Tyler would make up his own language now.
It's like, I don't know. That's not even Hut. Like a nerd's coming by. It's like, that's not even Hut.
It's Pizza the Hut.
I see what you did there.
Anyway, thank you for that question, Jason. Going next to Boo Rat number 1. He asks, favorite types of zombies: Romero, the modern Zack Snyder zombies, Walking Dead zombies, Super Zombies, Left 4 Dead zombies, or Magic zombies. So what are basically your favorite types of zombies, guys?
Shit. That's a hard one. Fuck, I need to think about this. Deanna, go.
Well, like I said, I like the zombies from Warm Bodies. I like the idea. I like R. I like his friend M. Technically they're not zombies, but let's just call that the things from 28 Days Later, because I think zombies are not here super scary. They can actually outrun you. And their retarded cousins are the zombies from World War Z, the movie, which are not so crazy. about. And wait a second, and the zombies from Brain Dead because they were hilarious.
Alright. Bodhi, what about you?
Well, zombies scare the shit out of me, and just imagining having like a zombie with superpowers, might as well just like jump out a window. So, if anything,
Live, you have to live. Find the film that you embrace.
I'd probably, shit. What are the options again?
What are your no, he's not saying like what zombie would you kill, like what are those zombies you really enjoy watching? Romero zombies, you know, the slow zombie ones, the Zack Snyder ones, the ones from Resident Evil, or like magic-based zombies.
I want the zombies from the thriller video. Because they can choreograph.
They can dance.
They can dance. Yeah.
A great
And if the
distraction,
zombies
throw a
don't
grenade
dance,
at them.
the zombies are mine.
Okay.
It's like, what do? Do I throw a grenade at them, or do I just join in?
He's like, admittedly, that looks fun.
It's like, fuck it.
Alright, for me, I like all of them, like the 28 Days Later and stuff like that, but I gotta go with the Zack Snyder zombies. They're faster, and they're like crazy. I mean, these things take a lot of punishment, and they're fast. And I think that's what he gave, I think Zack Snyder, he didn't make it like gimmicky, making fast zombies, he made it terrifying. So I'm gonna go with them, and also, like, you, I'm not in great shape as it is, so I'd be screwed. Anyway, thank you for that question, Boo Rat. Next comes Mr. Emerald123, and he asks, how would you do a High School of the Dead and Walking Dead crossover? High School of the Dead and Walking Dead. Now, truth be told, I think you could do this. I think you could do Walking Dead and High School of the Dead because you could think about it, and it's kind of like the same universe. Because the zombies in High School of the Dead are pretty much like the walkers in Walking Dead. They're slow, shambling, and not really superpowered or anything like that. And the elements and stuff that the kids from High School of the Dead run into are pretty much like the same situations Walking Dead gets into. The only difference being is that, boobs don't move that way to jiggle out of the way of a 50 caliber bullet.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, High School of the Dead, Deanna, is like it's like a guy's anime.
I fucking knew it. What the fuck?
It's about these high school Japanese high school kids and these badass high school girls in tight, scantily clad schoolgirl outfits fighting zombies.
Gigantic knockers.
Yeah.
That is all.
Yeah. Like, this is shut your brain off fun. Like, this anime is not pretending to be anything. Although, admittedly, it does have some great moments of writing. Which is, like, you would not expect that from this kind of anime.
Fine.
Now, how I could see a crossover going between Walking Dead and High School of the Dead is, like, they don't even meet. I would even have it, like, these two... Because, obviously, High School of the Dead takes place in Japan, and this is in the U.S., so I'd actually have it that the kids from High School of the Dead trying to get a radio signal out, and they actually get a transmission out, and somehow through the miracle of plot device, Rick finds it. Rick and the others discover it, and it's just like a conversation between the two. It was like, "Wait, where are you guys from? Oh, you guys are from Georgia? Like Georgia, Europe? Fuck Georgia, USA." He's like, "Well, where are you guys from?" Although it would be a problem because Rick and the others probably don't speak Japanese.
And they definitely need to have a scene where they call Glenn. Glenn, you talk to them. And he's like, "I'm Korean, you people."
I guess he's like, "I guess racism isn't dead."
Fuck.
Alright, Okay, thank you for that question, Mr. Emerald. Next question comes from Wolfman the Impaler, and he says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fucked would you be if you were facing the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park that were infected with the zombie virus from Left 4 Dead? 25?
I'm dead just thinking about it.
Could you imagine... Okay, could either of you... Like, Bodhi, could you imagine, like, a tank T-Rex?
A tank T-Rex.
Well, like, that's what the Hulk zombies are called, tanks.
Tank T-Rex.
Yeah, Tank Rex, I guess you could call it.
Tank Rex.
Tank Rex is, I swear to God, it's like I'll see it next week on Sci-Fi Channel after Sharknado.
Hey, we've had Sharknado, we've had Raging Cajun, Redneck Gators, so anything is fucking possible at this point.
The living tank. She's like a tank that, like, eats people.
Yeah. Or the Killer Shoe.
Maybe the killer high heel shoe.
Yeah. Or, you know, the Sharknado the Revenge.
No, it has to be a title that's, like, super duper cheesy, like... Shit, I can't think of one.
Sharknado 2, Sharkageddon. Or, you know, Sharkcano. Because an underwater volcano would make sense. Or Snow Shark, or Sharkalanche.
Sharkapocalypse.
Yeah, Sharkalanche. Snow is technically water. The science is sound. And then we have Sharkacane, and then it'd be like, because fuck you, that's why. Anyway, we're getting off topic. We're talking about zombies, not sharks. But
really,
yeah, no.
We were talking about bananas.
God damn it, Bodhi. Every time. God damn it, every fucking time, Bodhi.
I love ruining people's lives.
God.
Especially yours.
Alright.
But I love ruining mine.
Alright, moving on. Thank you for that question, Wolfman.
Tyler.
What?
Did I ever tell you the joke about what is Ludwig van Beethoven's favorite fruit?
What?
Banana.
Go.
Yeah.
Go.
That's all.
Banana.
Alright, thank you for that question, Wolfman the Impaler. Next question comes from Nightwing TGK. Nightwing TGK. And he's... if you were making a zombie movie, what songs would you have in it as the soundtrack? You guys got anyone?
All I'm thinking is, what was it like? Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. The cow was proud. We didn't care how. Da-na-na-na-na.
Cow.
Chicken?
Cow and chicken.
Donkey dance for the victory dance.
Oh, cry. What have we done to ourselves?
I am Weasel. I am Weasel.
I am baboon. I could...
Ain't that cute? But it's wrong!
That's from Two Stupid Dogs.
I don't even care anymore.
I know,
No, seriously.
But no, what songs I would have in here are like, I would have, The Sickness, I mean, yeah, maybe, a lot of the songs we heard from the Nazi zombie video game, Call of Duty games. You know, Bodhi, you probably heard them.
Yep, all badass.
Yeah, all great. I'd have them in there. I don't know, and maybe like have a couple grungy metal songs, some horror songs, and then end with My Heart Would Go On, you know?
Yeah, I think like the main song that I would put in would be like something from Disturbed, whether it be like Down with the Sickness, Indestructible. Any of those songs, they would be like the front runner of the soundtrack, pretty much.
Okay. What about you, Deanna?
I would want to have to like really fuck people up, and the entire soundtrack would need to sound like that one scene from A Clockwork Orange where they're singing in the rain. And
So what you're telling me is that you'd want to
super happy, like but happy, happy in that very sterilized way of the 60s.
So as somebody's getting ripped apart, someone's singing Summer Breeze.
Yeah, something like that. Something like super. I would want to forever ruin those songs for those people. Songs that made them feel good.
All right.
I would be like the Tyler Durden of movie soundtracks.
Okay, so I can imagine Summer Breeze while some poor pregnant teen girl is getting her ovary, her womb ripped open by zombies and the baby's being eaten.
Well, thank you for going for the womb, you pig, misogynistic pig. Why not have while a guy is having his balls ripped off?
Well, I was going to put in a Barry Manilow song for that. I'm equally wrong when it comes to zombie kills. Anyway, you guys want to move on?
Yeah.
Alright, next question comes from Sailor Moon Girl. The reason I call her that is because her name is so confusing. I'm sorry, Sailor Moon Girl. Top 10 zombie kills in TVs and movies. I don't really... let's bend this a bit and just say our favorite zombie kills we've seen. I'm gonna have to say like that final scene in Brain Dead where the guy just runs in with the lawnmower and just starts going through zombies.
Yeah.
That's good. That final showdown scene between the two survivors from Dead Snow when they're fighting all the zombies, the Nazi zombies. Let's see. That last stand scene in the Horde where the guy is he's wasting all the ammo on the zombies. He just goes down with the machetes and then gets ripped apart.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of good scenes in the Horde, so I'd put a lot of the things we saw in there, and Brain Dead as well, like the priest, the kung fu priest.
Mm-hmm.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I kick ass for the Lord.
You see, you do it better than me, because I think you have an accent.
But I don't. I don't have an accent. I'm just a really good actor.
Alright. But no, I could go on and on about good zombie kills here and there. I mean, The Walking Dead has a bunch of them. There are so many. So what about you guys?
There's a scene in 28 Weeks Later where zombies are running down a field and a dude takes a helicopter and starts killing them off.
Oh yeah, that scene where he's just flying low and uses the helicopter blades.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And like you said, in Walking Dead, they're so creative. They think of some stuff that is really what you always wanted to see. You wanted to see people. It's not just about flashing them down and mowing them down and whatever. It's about using the environment around you and surviving in. You have human bodies and you can do whatever you want to them because there's zombies and nobody gives a shit.
All right.
And the way that Walking Dead does that, when Daryl slams the car hatch door, whatever, on that zombie's head and things like that. And Michonne's awesome.
All right. Bodhi, what about you?
I can't think of any right now. That's the problem. There's only a few that I can really remember. If I really had to say one, I just fucking go with like anything from from the Call of Duty zombies, because I can't think of anything else other than that shit.
All right. Okay. So thank you for that question. Thank you for that question, Sailor Moon Girl. Next comes Amoya Reviews, and he asks, with zombies being the it thing right now, how would you reinvent the horror subgenre?
I'd make it actually scary.
I would make a Marvel Zombies movie series or television show. And like I said, have them keep a little bit of their humanity.
Alright. For me, I think I would focus more on the people than the zombie. Like, not like, oh, we're focusing on the people element of the zombie. More like, these people are just irredeemable. Like, you are more terrified of these, like, if the Clockwork Orange gang survived the zombie apocalypse, and I would focus on them.
So it's basically...
That would be a really good idea, to have, like, protagonists that you really, really wish they just die already.
Yeah, like, if you had, like, if you had the
main characters.
Like, let's say you had, like, characters that were like the ones we saw in The Devil's Rejects, and have them survive in a zombie apocalypse.
I would not watch that. I would have nobody to root for. What would be the point?
Well, I think it would be more like, how far can you take it?
How far can you take? Well, we already know they're evil.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, how far are you willing to watch it? Like, you know, are you the bad person for watching it and kind of condoning all this?
No, I would not watch it. I'm not the bad person.
Alright.
Period.
Alright. Thank you. So I guess we want to move on to the next question?
Yep.
Or did you guys have, or did you already, oh yeah, you guys already talked about your ideas. So, Vritzilla asks, what 10 fictional characters would you want on your zombie survival team? Characters can be from any medium. I think we had a question like this earlier.
Yeah.
But instead, like, now we're getting an actual number here.
Superman. Done. Nailed it.
I guess it, like, take the team I had already and just add in about, I would add in, I don't know, Ripley from the Alien movies, Dutch from Predator, and Tommy Jarvis from the Friday the 13th movies. There you go.
I'd add Thor and I'd add Thor. Anyone else who'd be willing to join. I'd like send out an application, be like, anyone want to join my team to survive the apocalypse?
Yeah. Jonah Hill's character from Accepted. And then the zombies can ask him about his wiener.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question comes from Fire Tools, and he asks, what if there was a necromorph outbreak in Roanapur? Basically, asking the necromorphs, because they're technically zombies, the necromorphs from Dead Space in the Black Lagoon universe. They'd be all screwed. I mean, they'd probably, a lot of them would kill a lot of these necromorphs, but Jesus Christ, those necromorphs, I mean, that game still creeps me out, the first game. There are some moments from here where it generally scares me. So, yeah, it wouldn't turn out well. Is all I can say about. Sorry about that, Fire Tools, but it's pretty much a quick question. Is that there would be a major body count. Anyway, next comes the Omnitron12345, and he asks, a zombie outbreak happens in both the Republic City in Legend of Korra and in Mass Effect on the Citadel. The question is, what kind of zombies do you think would do the most damage to the entire scenario? The classic Romero zombies, the 28 Days Later Rage zombies, or the necromorphs from Dead Space?
Probably the necromorphs.
Yeah.
If you're talking about space, you gotta have to go with like something that can actually like do some damage. The Romero zombies probably could fucking do anything on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Especially with like the defense systems and all that.
Yeah, and not to mention these guys are carrying lasers and heavy body armor. And the rage zombies, I mean, the rage zombies would be a lot better, but not by much. I mean, like the rage zombies would probably do a little more damage, but I gotta go with the necromorphs as well.
Yeah.
In the Legend of Korra universe, I gotta go with the necromorphs as well, because and you might be saying, oh, the zombies could bend elements. I'd imagine bending takes a lot of higher cognitive functions, which the zombies won't have. So they... So the necromorphs again for that question. So thank you for that question, Omnitron. Next comes Marcus Keener. I'm really hoping I'm saying that name right. I apologize if I haven't. But Marcus asks, if you have seen the game Left 4 Dead, this question will be simple. If you could mutate your zombie virus, what special abilities would you give the zombies? So he's basically asking us what powers would we give a zombie?
The ability to avoid socially awkward situations. Very important in today's world.
The ability to ignore me.
Oh, we can all do that.
Survive.
We can do that already. The zombie, you don't need to be a zombie for that, Bodhi.
Finally, I have a superpower.
I'd have the ability. Sorry. The ability to rule all humans.
Well, giving the zombies that ability. Not you.
Kneel before Scoop-a-loop, or whatever.
Yeah.
Kneel before me. Bitches. I'd like. I want to see what the hell like a Superman powered zombie would do. That would do some major freaking damage.
Okay. For me, I would go with maybe zombies that can, when you cut them up, it's like a starfish. You cut an arm off, a new zombie grows from it.
Whoa. Patrick Star. He's mutated into a zombie.
Bodhi, go sit in the corner.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
I picked some great people for this. Alright, did he really leave?
What? No.
I was about to say, if you really did that, you're a dumbass. Anyway, the spawn, thank you for that question, Marcus. The starfish zombie thing is the only thing I can go with, because they've done that enough with all the other cool stuff with Left 4 Dead, so... the Spawn 117 asks, what would happen if Naruto, Korra, Lino, basically all these big-name characters came together and got teleported into the Walking Dead universe? I think it would be like, okay, we're all here together, let's fight zombies.
The world would probably be back in the, 24 hours tops.
Yeah. It'd be like, we got this, guys. And then they would just punch Rick for no reason.
Aww.
Well, I think they'd be like, go home and be... Because I think, I would put Guile in this list, and Guile from Street Fighter would just come up to him and be like, no, go home and be a family man.
We're going to kick these zombies' ass so hard.
Yeah.
And the next zombie that wants to eat us is going to feel it.
And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch zombie's ass.
It would just be cool. That's all I could say. Alright, next question comes from Jake Bat. And he asks, would you want Zack Snyder to help on the effects and zombies on The Walking Dead? Huh. Well, I don't think he just directed. He didn't really have a creative say in the zombies, did he?
I think he did. He gets very involved in the visual aspects of his movies. Isn't he actually a special effects guy that turned director?
I think he
I
was
know
now.
that a lot of people like really like consider him like the visuals are like pretty much the best part of his films mostly. So I mean, I've seen Man of Steel. That shit looked amazing. So why not?
All right. I mean, yeah. If
It would be cool if he directed an episode at some point.
oh yeah, Snyder's directing an episode would be cool. I mean, that thing would look beautiful, but every bullet would take like 10 minutes to hit a zombie.
The slow motion episode.
Yeah.
Now 2 hours longer.
People will be like, no, we're back on the farm. Nothing happens.
All right. Yeah, I think it would be cool to have him. Okay, to answer your question, Jake. Yeah, I think it would be cool. We think it would be cool to have Snyder on here as like visual direction and effects, and also maybe directing the episode. Yeah. So, okay. Thank you for that question, Jake. Next question comes from DeathChrist2000. He asks, thought on Telltale games with The Walking Dead. Wasn't that the one with that focused on Daryl?
You mean Survival Instincts?
No, he's just talking about the regular Telltale Walking Dead.
Oh.
Survival Instinct was the one that where you could play as Daryl.
I tried to play that. It didn't work. Because my computer's too old.
Well, I'm pretty sure like the moment I'm pretty sure when you heard the news that you could play as Daryl Dixon, you must have been like.
I always wanted to be inside Daryl Dixon.
Or, yeah.
I always wanted to push his buttons.
Or more like push his buttons off his shirt.
A combo breaker.
I never got to play the Telltale games. I mean, I'd like to, but I don't know. I just don't have enough money for that. I now know that Telltale's doing a Fables game. They're doing a Fables video game, which I was like, really? Someone's doing a video game about Fables? I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just surprised that someone gave a shit enough about Fables to do that, and you get to play as Big B Wolf.
Meanwhile, we still don't have. Meanwhile, we still don't have a Wonder Woman or Flash movie.
Yeah, I'm just like, really? And it's actually, from what I understand, people are really enjoying the Fables video game just because they love the character of Bigby. So, who knows? Maybe I'll get that after getting Walking Dead when I have enough, money to do that. Okay, so thank you for that question, Death Christ. Overnerd02 asks, all right, what are your thoughts and dislikes for zombie movies, and where does the zombies start and to act more? Okay, let me back up here because I think I pretty much butchered this. All right, what are your thoughts and dislikes for zombie movies where the zombie starts to act more human and a couple of years into the apocalypse? Like, he's pretty much asking, what do we don't like what do they do with the zombies?
Well, he's asking what are your thoughts and dislikes about zombies acting more human.
All right. So,
well, my first thought is, if they start acting more human, does that automatically mean that their hunger for human flesh is not as strong? Because that was the point of Warm Bodies. The more human he became, the less he needed to feed. Silence.
all right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, where's the danger element now?
I think the thing that would make me, hold on, sorry, what was the question again?
It's pretty much asking, what do we think of when zombies become more human?
Well, again, it depends on the message that story is trying to convey. Because on the one hand, you have Warm Bodies, which was built on the premise of humans becoming more inhuman than the zombies, while the zombies are becoming more human. But for instance, I can imagine a story where you have zombies kind of regaining their consciousness, and just imagine humanity then trying to rebuild itself. Like, what if you wake up and you realize that you ate your kids? How does that fuck with your head?
Well, how do you even have kids if you're a zombie? I'm pretty sure you're dead from the waist down.
You ate your kids, and then you woke up like 3 years after, and you realize what you did.
Well, I think they did this 3-part thing on the BBC called In the Flesh, which kind of tackles something like that, but it was boring.
Ate my kids, now I'm bored.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much that the guy ate the kids, it's more like he killed somebody with another zombie, and they ate her flesh, and he killed himself because his secret boyfriend died in the war in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, it was 3 parts and it was boring with such a cool concept. Like, my brother and I were watching it, and it had a really cool start to it. The middle was okay, and then it came to the third part, the third and final part, and it just had the families coming together to hug them, hug the kid who came back, and then the credits started rolling, and we looked at each other, and we're like, that's it? That's it?
Where's the rest of the film?
Yeah. It's kind of like in Sopranos where it all cuts to black in mid-sentence. Anywho, I didn't get a laugh out of that. So, yeah, do you guys want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Alright, we're down to the last 3 questions. If attacked by zombies, would you ask yourself, what would Bruce Campbell do? Yes.
I know what he would do. He would be somewhere counting his money in a bunker.
Yeah. Oh.
He's Bruce fucking Campbell.
Yeah.
You'd be doing what I expect him to do, making funny jokes while kicking the shit out of zombies. And occasionally narrating about Spider-Man just because, hey, that's his hobby now. But, that's what I expect him to do, because it's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. So I guess unanimously across the table, yes.
I would ask myself, what he would call it.
Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So, where were we?
Last 3 questions.
Yeah, technically 2 questions. So, thank you for that question, ActionFan19. Next comes the Okinawa Kid Prime, and he asks, how would you deal if you had to face voodoo zombies? Voodoo zombies, pretty much, if you try to hurt them, you hurt yourself. It'd pretty much be, for me, it'd be like, take that, zombie, ow, damn it, ow, damn it.
I would play that awesome Godsmack song.
Oh, voodoo.
Yeah.
Huh. A voodoo zombie. Think about it. You could oh, no, never mind. I just thought that would suck ass. Never mind.
Live! Believe in yourself.
So I guess all around the table would be like, it hurt.
Stop hitting myself. Stop hitting myself.
What?
If we could be in the Caribbean or in South America when that happens.
Well, I don't know, Dan. He didn't go into Pacifics, now did he?
How would you deal with voodoo zombies? The same way you would deal with any other zombie. You would run.
Alright.
Or you would cha-cha away.
Alright, so you guys want to move on to the last question?
Yes.
Alright.
Good one.
Last question comes from Zach the Thunder King, and he asks, weapon of choice to survive a zombie apocalypse. Any weapon is allowed. I don't know, I guess like you said, lightsaber, so lightsaber would be cool. The Pinkie Pie party cannon. Although you'd have to lug that thing everywhere, so that'd be a problem. I don't know. So lightsaber. I guess the guns from Gears of War, the chainsaw guns. I guess the energy sword from Halo, and the biotool sword from Mass Effect. What about you guys?
This is the third time that I'm answering this question in the Q&A, and I'm going to give the same answer because there's no way that I can top it. In terms of practicality, Daryl Dixon's crossbow. In terms of sheer force, a Green Lantern ring. And for intimidation, the big porcelain penis from A Clockwork Orange.
What?
The big porcelain penis from A Clockwork Orange.
What? Okay, never mind. This is you.
I'm gonna pick the dildo bat from Saints Row 3 and 4. The lightsaber, and again that wind gun from Black Ops 2.
Alright. So that was our Q&A. That was our zombie Q&A. That was really fun, guys. Thanks for coming on board to joining me.
No problem.
That was about as delicious as a brain omelet. Or a brain souffle.
Yeah, so once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. This was a lot of fun to do. So once again, I want to thank my co-host for coming on here and just, yeah. Anyway, guys, we're out.